The Stanley Cup Final is set once again, and it's a familiar matchup. The Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers are facing off for the second straight year in a showdown loaded with skill, grit, and storylines. Last season, Florida edged Edmonton in a dramatic 7-game series, taking home their first-ever championship. This time, things are different. The Oilers have home ice advantage, confidence surging, and a hunger that's only grown deeper since last year's heartbreak. Florida has had a tough road but looked dominant at times. They dispatched the Tampa Bay Lightning in 5 games, overwhelmed the Carolina Hurricanes in another 5, and rallied from a 2-0 hole to knock out the Toronto Maple Leafs in a grueling 7-game battle. Their resilience is unquestionable. Sergei Bobrovsky continues to prove he's an elite goaltender when it matters most, and their depth on all 4 lines is a weapon few teams can match. But Edmonton has a different edge this time around. They started slow against the Kings, dropping the first 2 games, but then flipped the switch and won 4 of the next 5. Against Vegas, they made a statement, taking down the defending champions in just 5 games. And then came Dallas, a strong, structured team that was no match for the Oilers' speed, pressure, and poise. Edmonton wrapped that series in 5 games too, punctuating it by holding the Stars to just 17 shots in the elimination game. This is more than just a team with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. It's a complete unit now. The blue line, bolstered by Mattias Ekholm, has become a fortress. Stuart Skinner, once a question mark in net, has found his groove. The forward group isn't just top-heavy anymore. Depth players are scoring, forechecking hard, and making a difference in every game. McDavid is on a mission. Every shift, he's attacking with urgency, setting up plays no one else in the league can envision, let alone execute. Draisaitl has matched him stride for stride, lethal on the power play and dominating at 5-on-5. The Oilers' man advantage remains the most feared in the NHL, converting at a historic rate. The Panthers won last year by wearing teams down, suffocating them with physicality and structure. But this year's Oilers have found answers to that kind of hockey. They're not just out-skating opponents, they're outworking them. The balance between high-end skill and grinding, playoff-style hockey is finally there. They're not trying to win track meets anymore. They're grinding out wins with blocked shots, smart changes, and surgical execution. Florida hasn't lost that edge. Matthew Tkachuk is the emotional heartbeat, crashing the net, chirping, scoring, and making life miserable for anyone in a different sweater. Alexander Barkov is as steady as ever, driving play and shutting down the opposition's best. But they're going up against the 2 most dynamic players in the game, and a team that seems to be peaking at the perfect time. This is shaping up to be a war. The kind of series that shifts on a single bounce, a single save, or one moment of brilliance. But Edmonton has something intangible this year, belief. It's visible in how they protect leads, how they respond to adversity, and how they've embraced the grind that playoff hockey demands. They've grown from last year's pain. They look more like a team of destiny than ever before. As for the Conn Smythe Trophy, there are a few clear front-runners. Sergei Bobrovsky has once again stood tall for Florida, bailing them out in key moments and giving them a chance in every game. Tkachuk's fingerprints are all over the Panthers' run, from timely goals to clutch leadership. Barkov, too, has been elite. But the spotlight shines brightest on McDavid. He's not just leading the playoffs in points, he's taking over games in a way that transcends stats. The vision, the acceleration, the control, it's a masterclass. This isn't just a great playoff run. It's legacy-defining. He's playing like a man who knows exactly what's at stake. For himself, for his team, and for all of Canada. Yes, this series could go either way. Florida's structure, depth, and experience make them dangerous. But the Oilers have cracked the code. They've found the blend of firepower and maturity they've needed for years. And this time, they have the extra push of a home crowd starving for a cup parade. It's been over 3 decades since the cup last came north of the border. Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and the Dynasty Oilers of the 80s and early 90s set the standard. Now, McDavid and company have a chance to write their own chapter in Canadian hockey lore. The hunger is there. The tools are in place. The stars are aligned. Prediction: Oilers in 7. The cup returns to Canada, and Connor McDavid adds the Conn Smythe Trophy to his collection, and perhaps begins a new dynasty in the making.